From the streets to the stage, I'm the king of my craft. You could catch another phase. Yeah, you left in a cage.
Welcome to the Take It Home podcast, a podcast so bad we probably should just take it on home. I am one of your hosts, Zach Hendricks. You can find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look up your mama's favorites, some out of town shooters, Country Air at Country Air Brand and Country Air Official, all over the social medias and the YouTubes. And now I'm joined by the two beautiful men that Doc was saying. See, we're Outlaw Knees is kind of messing up, but you know what? Let's give it a hot tag while I get the heat off me.
What up? Doc Simmons. You can find me at all social media at DocSimmons17. And I'm going to pass it off to Senior Official.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV. # Celebrate Pro Wrestling and Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Waffles, 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 waffles. How was the breakfast hunts?
We just went out to Longhorn and I'm eating right now. So steaks on deck.
Hell yeah.
Been enjoying a lot of pancakes, a lot of blueberry pancakes, some eggs. But yeah, the count on pancakes, we're going 30 for 30 this month. We're on track.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
What about you,
There's
Zach?
31 days. 31 days. I hope you go 31 for 31.
Gladly.
I have faith in you, brother. Myself, it was a snow day, so I made some cinnamon rolls for Val, and Jack, but Val didn't want any, so it was just for me and Jack. What else? We got Jack ended up staying the night at some friend's house this weekend, so me and Val got Denny's in the morning Sunday, got me some steak and eggs, hit right, replaced the hash browns for fruit. Got some good ones too. It was like a cantaloupe, watermelon, grape, strawberry, and banana.
Good combination.
It was like good assortment, bro. Super glad I upgraded that $1 pit charge for the fruit.
Yeah.
What else? Other than that, we just had some chicken soaked in mole on rice, super fire. And then yeah, that's about it on the foods. So
I also had chicken and waffles 2 nights ago, and I've had lots of waffles in general.
Dude, mini cinnamon waffles are back at the house. Yet to redo them warmed up, but they are back in the crib.
All right.
I've only had it once warmed up. That one time, whenever it was on the podcast, we talked about it. Episode, I don't know, but it was a banger.
Like 100 episodes ago.
Yeah, it was a banger.
Listen to the playlist.
Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to work on transitions, and you were fucking up. For the last time, it was a banger. But I need a banger of this week.
Yeah, this week's banger of the week. Been listening to a lot of good tunes. A nice weekend, a little bit of traveling, and it went from nice weather back to snowy weather. But I've been bumping some great music all the same. And this week, banger of the week, Love Should Have Brought You Home, Tony Braxton. Wow. That music, that voice, that emotion, everything that makes a song great and a banger consists inside this song. It's just great music. And to be making music like that in 1993 and to carry it throughout the 90s and all the way to
Tony with the short belly.
Yeah, Tony Braxton's still making the hits.
Yeah.
That 2018 one. So it was most recent. So yeah, Love Should Have Brought You Home. That song is incredible. Really hits the spot.
Yeah. She's Very good at being with shitty men. Very good at it.
Unfortunate,
Yeah.
but a few of the other songs that hit the spot over the week were from one of my favorite movies over the year, One Battle After Another, and it was "Dirty Work" by Steely Dan. When that
Oh,
song hit, when that song hits, it's just right. And listening to that with this winter landscape makes you feel like you're driving and floating on the snow. It's wild. And Ready or Not by the Jackson Five.
mm,
Another song that when that song hits in that movie, wow. Uh, you have to craft an artistic movie to have a moment that hits on all levels.
yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be the most sophisticated, but when your art shines through in visual and audio, and have a song like that play as well as it does for the meaningful moment that it does, that one has made my winter that much better. Listening to that song. uh, and then the last one was American Girl by Tom Petty. Uh, wow, that sums up the feeling of that movie. And it's just a dad and his daughter and family and the love they have for one another. And it's incredible. And that song I've always loved my whole life.
Yeah,
And
the
it hits.
movie.
So those are the three bonus ones, as well as all the songs from Sinners. Like check out the Sinners
Yeah, Oscars this past weekend.
CD.
Yeah,
Um,
getting at least two. I'm sure they got more. I saw.
yeah, yeah. If CDs were still a thing, I would be getting the Sinners soundtrack for sure.
Yeah, that's
But
yeah, that
now
would
we can
be
just
good.
listen to whatever we want at any time. But those were the kind of bonus bangers of the week that have hit the spot on this Oscars week.
Hell yeah! Speaking of the Oscars, what have you guys all been watching?
Um, I watched AEW Revolution. I highly enjoyed it. Um, I was cooking, so I couldn't focus as much as I want until the main event. But it was a really fun pay-per-view. Um, was very surprised by the end result. Got some awesome returns with Osprey, Cope, and Christian. Um,
We
uh,
finally got the Edge and Christian Young Bucks face off.
yep, we got that. Um, no, it was good. Yeah, just the Hangman MJF match, very surprising ending. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Um, I I still don't think Mox is a face. They're not going to make me say that he's a face. I'm not cheering for him. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything to deserve it.
Perch would probably argue that.
Yeah, no, I don't draw a line in the sand. He's forever a favorite. So it transcends heel face, good guy, bad guy. To me, he's always worth fighting for. But no, I can't. Sometimes he does bad stuff, and he is certainly evil. And right now, he's about as evil as they get.
That's the thing. I like him and Osprey. Like him and Osprey.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Him and
Oh,
Osprey
what
match up
what
with
a
everybody.
what a promo for Osprey to come back to with the Weapon X reference. Whole video package. That was nice.
Oh yeah, super dope.
Yeah. I think that's about all I watched as we last spoke. So, yeah.
What about the power bomb heard across the world?
Oh yeah, I did watch that at least. Um, Brock, I want Brock to write an autobiography when he's done. He's such an interesting man to me. Like,
Oh yeah, dude.
I feel this is the first big guy he's really going to put over.
Bro, that power bomb, he got so much height.
Yep.
I didn't watch Raw, but I saw the clip and just the height and just how much, like, you could just tell, like, how much, like, you could just tell when Brock's wanting to get someone over, man. He got him super over.
Rock is willing to put people over. It's
Yeah.
just it's just usually been the smaller guys, actually. The Seth Rollins, the AJs. Like he put those guys over, but like he beat the shit out of who was it, Randy?
Oh, Randy Orton, yeah, Survivor Series.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah, that was like to the point that it was uncomfortable.
Yeah. Where
Like,
the elbow caught him and just that split and it just became, oh shit. Like it got to that line, which is maybe what they wanted. You
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I don't know what the plan is with that, but he put over AJ, he put over Seth. Looks like he's gonna put over Oba.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Mania match. Um, I mean, the other day, me and Val were watching the wrestlers, and we'll talk about that like off pod. But like, there was like a comment that said, "When was the last time a match sold Mania?" You know what I mean? Like Mania sells Mania, but when's the last time like that match sold Mania?
We don't do that anymore because
But
that
I feel like Oba and Brock is a match that is like that like if you weren't interested, like now you were there, like I would buy a ticket if I was in the area.
I
If I
don't
didn't
think
have one.
I don't think any non like nobody who like watched in the Attitude Era and hasn't watched since then sees Oba and Brock and is like, that's the match that I want to see.
I mean, I guess yeah.
Like I don't think it's not in their business model anymore to have a match sell Mania. Mania is the brand. The brand itself has to sell itself. Nobody can be bigger than the brand.
Fine.
No, I mean, I
No, I
wish,
understand.
I
No,
wish,
I get that. But this one's definitely a match I'm super excited for to see at Mania. This will be a good one to see.
and hey, they could put together a really dope ass Obafemi video package that would get the non wrestling fans watching. You've got these partnerships with ESPN. You should be putting promo packages on ESPN
Oh
for
yeah.
them. You do that, yeah, I think that match could sell Mania. I just don't think they would.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I feel like they're very confident in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, like I watched nothing really wrestling. I watched a lot of Ghost Adventures.
Oh, okay. Always funny.
Yeah, like yeah, Ghost Adventures, and then I watched Leprechaun in honor of St. Patty's Day.
Ooh, don't think I've
Yeah,
seen it since the first time I saw it. Which, I'm timeless, so it would have been in theaters.
that's true.
Jennifer Jennifer Aniston paved the way for Ice T to later on take over the franchise.
One three. Hood classic. Hood classic.
But other than that, for me, I watched nothing else. What about you, Perch?
Yeah, it's been a fun week. We caught some of the Randy Orton beating up Cody Rhodes after the match, or
Yeah.
after the promo. Destroyed him. I enjoy a good brawl involving the announcers table and the stairs. I remember when Triple H broke Roman Reigns' face over the announcers table one time and stood up on the stairs and went crazy. Uh, wonderful visual, and the way Randy Orton laid out Cody was pretty cool. Um, CM Punk and Roman Reigns going toe to toe on the microphone was pretty cool too. CM Punk is coming into WrestleMania as the champ, headlining, dream come true, finishing his story. Um, Very cool to see. And to be against Roman, wow. Thinking back to Roman against Cody 1 at SoFi Stadium, that was a match that had so much hype. Do you remember that build up? It was the modern Cody running wild.
All I remember is how happy you were that everybody was sad. That's what I remember.
That
That's
build
all
up.
I remember about that match.
That build up was so big. It was hyped. Everyone was pulling for the what they thought was going to be the finish, but it turns out it wasn't. And oh my, it was. I couldn't have pictured it better. I was cheering for Roman, much like I cheer for Moxley. Call him a good guy, call him a bad guy. That's my guy out there, and I'm gonna ride or die. And yeah, that hype for Cody against Roman was so big for that first one. That's the last match that I remember being a big marquee match, and the rest of the card was okay. Let's get to this the finale, and it was the greatest WrestleMania I'd ever seen
Like,
at that
actually,
point.
that might be the last time that we were close to a match selling WrestleMania.
Yeah, yep, like the closest we've been.
Is
It had
from
a different
Cody
aura
coming
around it.
from AEW, main eventing. You just figured Bloodline ran its course. It was time.
And then the next year with uh, the bloodline rules and everything, it was wonderful, so cool. In that ending, I've got up and laughed. I didn't need to see any celebration.
It was perfectly overbooked. Yeah, I know you didn't enjoy the finish, but
I loved it all, and yeah, I would have loved to have seen Roman win, but that's how wrestling is. We win some, we lose some, and as a fan, we experience it the way we want to, and uh, and the way we all choose to feel it without knowing is to just blissfully taking it all in for whether it's a few hours, a few minutes. Like we're able to feel that full enjoyment of professional wrestling, and win or lose, keeps your interest going forward. But we all enjoy it and we all take it in while it's happening. So that's my favorite part. Uh, and then also took in over the weekend uh, the new Monarch season.
oh yeah,
A couple episodes in,
yeah,
we're getting some Godzilla and pals in the modern day.
yep. And I can bring up. I watched season one, episode one. I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna wait and rewatch that with the producer. I enjoyed the first episode. It was a very interesting hook. Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. It's set in the world after the 2014 Godzilla movie.
yeah, it takes place right after the 2014 Godzilla, and yeah, it's a great world, uh, and Kurt Russell is great. All the actors are great, and actresses. Everybody does a good job.
Never mind. I don't know if I ever said this. Kaiju number 8. It's an anime I think you would like.
Awesome, awesome,
Never mind. That's similar but different.
very cool. Um, and then the last was the Oscar awards over the weekend. love watching the Oscars, any awards show. I like the live production, something I would love to get into, and yeah, fun to watch. Not every year are the big name movies the ones that I love, but at least three of the big time movies were wonderful. And vampire movies like From Dusk Till Dawn, uh, and modern day Sinners
Yeah.
getting its recognition as a phenomenal movie. And Ryan Coogler was so good, a director and writer.
Yeah, he just sounds like a geek though, but he is so talented. He is so
Yeah,
talented.
I love it, and we have a lot of good filmmakers these days. And Leonardo is still doing his thing, and Paul Thomas Anderson directing, and lots of good stuff. I think one of my favorite movies of the year was Wicked 2. People always compared it to the first one, and I'm a rare one who can take a conscious objective on anything and
Yep.
just rule it by itself. And I loved Wicked 2, so that was my favorite movie of the year. So looking back at all the movies, Wicked 2 I would put right there with Sinners and One Battle After Another. And Begonia was pretty good too. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
But yeah, lots of good movies over the year.
One of my friends just saw Begonia, or no, he saw Begonia, didn't like it. Just saw Undertone, or whatever that other one is, and thought that was the scariest thing he'd ever seen. Uh,
Ooh, I'll have to give that a watch.
yeah. Um,
Uh, Emma Stone, top actress. Like,
yeah,
wow, incredible.
yeah, she
And
is
to see
very,
her in Begonia, I watched it because she was in it, and wow, just again, hats off. she is she is setting
um,
the bar. That's like we talked about watching Moxley in a wrestling match. Emma Stone in acting and actressing.
always
Wow,
working.
I'm pulling for her. I
Yeah,
haven't seen every movie she's in, but I've certainly seen a lot over the past 15 years, 20
15,
years now.
20 years, maybe.
20
Yeah,
years now.
yeah.
And
Realistically,
she's I wouldn't say quietly, but she's incredibly gotten my attention as being a phenomenal actor.
yeah. This is like the this is like the first year in a while I've seen any nominated movies, and it was only Sinners. I do want to watch One Battle After Another. I've heard very good things about it. Um, the I do have a passing interest in Begonia and the Under, whatever the Under movie is, just because opinions have been so split on them. So I'm intrigued.
Yeah, enough about what we've been watching or what we've been up to this weekend.
We wrestled somewhere.
We wrestled homegrown against an old school tag team. A tag team's been around for 21 years.
As long as
We
it was
wrestled.
known.
Yep, we wrestled the Hooligans.
Yes, that's what we did. Homegrown wrestling, one of my favorite promotions because the shows are early and you get good matches and great
Yeah, it
popcorn.
was an early show. Some things unfortunately didn't let us get home early, but it was an early show. Got to do we got to be what was it, match 6, I believe.
Yep,
We wrestled the yeah, we wrestled the Hooligans first time ever. Super fun, when me and Doc were when all of us were like breaking in La Pica, PL parking lot beers out on around the corner. The Hooligans were in the tag title scene against the Follies.
yep. They were there. They were at AEW tearing it up. Yep, we were the Green Kids, and it's always fun when you get to step in with those guys that were in a much higher position than you were when you first broke in.
And I'll give a little shout out. Shout out to Dysfunction because the hooligans they've been around for a long time and like being able to work guys like Dysfunction on a regular basis where they have been in for 20 plus years, you kind of learn how to work your style, but yet like highlight them as well and not like because your body's there is a bump card. There is your body can only do so much. So there's some stuff you're gonna be able to do where like other guys can't. But you can still find ways to work around. This really is like the guy who made us realize how to highlight ourselves with when we're in like situations where guys might be not be able to do other things that some guys can do.
Yep.
But it didn't matter because we took them out with a nice high low. Doc came with the goat splash. And 1, 2, 3. We up. Then we were close to winning that bunkhouse battle royal. I think I set a record there. But jokes on Baracus, I stole his gear bag.
Whooped Hunter with his workout band. Yeah, it was fun.
Good time.
Everybody dressed well. Everybody dressed appropriately for a bunkhouse brawl.
Oh yeah. And then after the show, unfortunately, I had some car issues. Shout out to Doc sitting in AutoZone for the hour and a half with me.
All good.
And then other than that, that's all we had this weekend. Perch, how about you?
Yeah, it was a nice weekend. Went down to Illinois for a day and saw the missus. It was a wonderful time. Had some good breakfast together a couple days and did some homework and lots of it. Reading up on ancient Greece and ancient Rome and architecture and such, and dance history and theater history. Taking so many different angles of information.
Okay, are you feeling overwhelmed yet?
I think it's like realizing I'm swimming in the ocean, and just by giving myself up to the ocean allows myself to be like free to take it in.
Yeah.
So the ocean itself is so overwhelming if I pause to think about it. So
fair enough.
So yeah, it's completely overwhelming. However, by not thinking of it in those terms and giving myself up to it and investing fully, I'm accepting that the overwhelming is just the world I'm living in. So it makes some things kind of funnier situations than than normal. So I'm really enjoying it and embracing it, and taking it all in. We got some broadcast meetings, working on creating a reel. So I learned how to work for the first time Adobe
Premiere, baby.
Premiere. Yep. Adobe
this podcast
Premiere.
is edited with, and any of the promos that
Man.
I edit.
Wow, that's eye-opening because I thought this would be something. I wonder if people do podcasts through here, and that's exactly how this one is done.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, so I'm in need of tips, tricks, tutorial, hands-on tutorial.
YouTube, baby. I live and die by it.
Good.
Yeah, live and die by it.
Yeah. Yep. So
needed to make our logo glow. YouTube.
Oh, good. Yep. So Adobe Premiere was my introduction. yeah, so I'm stoked. I love it. I can't wait to learn more. The guys in the broadcast meeting who are doing, highlight reels and stuff are talking about how we're creating it, and I have no idea. This is my first time in a computer lab, and it's a Mac with two monitors. So I sat next to somebody thinking it was my own computer,
Ooh.
and I had to realize for myself, like, oh, these are double monitors. I shouldn't be sitting here. Sorry. So I had to get up, and by that time, every computer was taken. So I just kind of looked and waited, just waiting for maybe someone to say something to
Yeah,
point me in the direction of where
you
to go
know
next.
what I'll do right now.
And I just smiled, looked around, and someone said, "Oh yeah, why don't you go here? And this guy can help you. He's already done it, so maybe he'll let you do it." So, buddy, you don't know how grateful I am for you. Like, thank you for telling me that, and thank you so much for just being a human and
Yeah,
kind.
yeah.
Like, pause out from life for this moment and, like, genuinely
Thank
thank
you
you for being
from the bottom
uh,
of my heart.
from the bottom of my heart. I would just be sitting here, I'd be standing here looking left and right for maybe the next 3 or 4 hours had you not said that
That's
and
anything, yeah.
guided me, and you genuinely cared and got me in the right spot. And the guy I was sitting next to, I asked him, how are we going to do this? And he's like, oh, we're going to go into this program and do this and that. And in my mind, I'm like, whoa, 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 pump the brakes. I've heard, I've heard of this Adobe Premiere for many years. Tell me like you're just sweeping it under the rug, but that's what we're using. and and he was like, yeah, it's like it's the program we use here. So I think people just grow up with this program, and it's just a thing you have in school. However,
Some people, yeah.
the past 10 years, I've realized how much of an asset it would be to learn that language of Adobe Premiere. So yeah, I got a nice little intro to using that program, and I love it. I can't wait to learn more.
I would say the concepts are easy. You just got to keep practicing. That's what
Cool, cool.
concepts would be like. Oh, that was easy to do. The problem is I don't do that enough. I don't do it every day. So then it's like, all right, back to YouTube. Oh, yep, this is where I need to be. I
Hmm.
think it'll be good. But
Sir, so what was? Oh yeah, Doc. What was the question of the night?
um, oh well, what is some of your favorite wrestling in fiction? So things like video games, TV shows, movies. We've had many wrestlers like Bret Hart on The Simpsons.
Hey, bro, don't be stealing shit if you're wanting us to answer these questions.
No, but go ahead, go ahead.
No, it's like go on. What was the other ones? What was yeah, just like the pretty much like pop culture, like wrestling references.
Yep. So for me, I'll do one that I don't think anybody else was going to pick. Def Jam Vendetta and Fight for New York. Um, these are video games that were on the Aki engine for your N64 wrestling games. Your I'm sure Perch's games.
GameCube.
Yep, interact the same way.
Yeah.
But it was yep. Take that wrestling game, Bones, and you put rappers as the flesh and skin, and it was awesome. It's their last work. I think everybody agrees it's their finest work, and I hate copyright law and IP laws because that's why we can't get a remaster. That's why we can't get a proper fourth one.
You okay, Judy? Shut the door.
For myself, I mean, I will say like there is the Simpsons, like Simpsons wrestling, Bret Hart showing up there, even like one of the latest episodes of John Cena. But other ones like I was a fan like when I was a little kid, like the Looney Tunes would do stuff like it was even on today the tunes. It was weird you sent the question like on the Toon Channel they had an episode of the Looney Tunes. They even referenced the Crusher,
Oh,
stuff like that. What about Hulk Hogan's little cartoon show as well? Rock and wrestling.
yeah.
Um, oh yeah, dude. And then, yeah, all the like any like street fighting game. Like I like that Jam Fight for New York. That was a dope game.
So, we talked about spring break. I remember my senior beach week. Um, I spent it with the lacrosse team, and I brought that for everybody to play. They had never played before, and one of my friends got so addicted when we got back, he bought a PS2 and Fight for New York as soon as we got back. What about you, Perch? Oh,
Yeah, I remember a great crossover was Boy Meets World
yeah.
when I think it was Frankie and his dad was Vader,
Mhm.
and that was a fun one. Thoroughly enjoyed that growing up because it was bringing wrestling into houses that hadn't had wrestling before. I'd be at a friend's house watching that show or something, and like, oh, there's pro wrestling, yeah.
They brought him back,
Uh,
I feel, decently regularly.
yeah, a few times, and that was the same time Stone Cold would be on Nash Bridges once in a while.
Mhm.
Uh, I like when Stone Cold would be in movies like The Condemned and
The Condemned is
uh,
a great one.
Longest Yard. Yeah, that was a fun one. Uh, I like Dan Marino on on Ace Ventura. That was one of the first like crossovers I ever saw where it's like, football or wrestling or something in a movie. So when I saw Stone Cold and stuff, he was the first like, whoa, you can have a wrestler in movies too, or in TV shows. Uh,
Oh
so
man.
it's just how it was growing up. Um,
Yeah. Dude, Celebrity Deathmatch with Stone Cold and them on it.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
that was a good one.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Um, remember Simpsons Wrestling was a game I had on PS1, and that was a fun game where giant ring and you could bring out fun specials and stuff. Uh, and yeah, the crossovers have always been fun, and especially when it comes to wrestling, 'cause it brings fun characters. And one of my favorites was Scooby Doo WrestleMania Mystery. It was so good. It had no right being as good as it was. Um, but
Scooby-Doo movies are pretty
but it was
solid.
wonderful.
Scooby-Doo movies are pretty solid.
Yeah, yep, and that was a probably 2000s era. I'm sure Cena was the champ at the time. Um, but yeah, great Scooby Doo wrestling crossover.
You talk about media lost to time. Like, I think that's the only one you can find digitally. Like, you can't find the other 2000 Scooby-Doo movies.
Uh-huh.
I think that's like of that era. I think the WWE ones are the only ones you can find.
Uh, yeah, and shout out to Blade training with Triple H
Hmm.
because he nailed it. I mean, that's the world's heavyweight champion at the time.
Can we
That
talk
look,
about
the era.
Blade hitting the suplex kip up years before anybody did it on the Indies?
Yeah, he had it on lockdown,
Yeah,
and Triple H being a Blade was incredible.
he was good.
That
He
was
was
for a
so fun.
generation.
He was so fun. Him and his little dog. Adorable. He loves that dog.
And yeah, oh, that dog. It was so him. uh, and Terry Funk in Roadhouse is as good as it gets too. Just great character.
Um, one last one for me.
All right.
Children, back in the 90s, there used to be the Mortal Kombat TV show. It was a live action TV show that had nothing to do with the 90s Mortal Kombat movies. But the villains of the week were always WCW wrestlers. So I think I remember like Booker T, but I think like Scott Norton might have been one week. So that is a fun one to go back and just check out and see all like all the wrestlers that were villains of the week in this horrible Mortal Kombat television show.
Hell yeah. And with that, let's talk about what we got coming up this weekend. Perch, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, this weekend we'll be right here in Wisconsin for a weekend. Uh, got Brew City Wrestling live this Friday at the Waukesha Elks Lodge. Super excited for that one. And I think on the next day, uh, if I don't have homework to do, uh, ICW Milwaukee is running on Saturday. So if I can make that one, I'll be there as well. So it should be a fun weekend. We'll be in town and looking forward to it.
We will
Awesome.
not be right here in Milwaukee. Um, we'll be,
We will not be in state. As I said before, we're not wrestling in Wisconsin this month.
yeah,
Not happening, not doing it. That's what you guys get. So, Perch, when you hang out with that dirty cheater, Kevon Lee, you can thank him for us not being in the state. And the
All
fan.
right.
we have
But
appropriate over here.
anyway, yeah, Friday we will be out in Cleveland, Ohio, AIW Gauntlet for Gold. We are in a hell of a tag match. Fatal 4-way scramble, High Society,
I
BAX
see.
Backs, High C, my bad, High C, I apologize. High
I see.
C's, uh, Backs, and then Latinos Most Wanted.
Yep. Should be a fun one. This is our first time with ICs and Latinos Most Wanted. Backs, we already beat y'all. So I think we can just beat y'all again.
I mean, I know they've been talking about revamping the tag division, and I mean, I don't know the last time I've seen the tag titles defended on the show.
Yeah.
However, I feel like we get a win here, bro. It's arguably we can get that shot.
Yep.
And then with that being said, we do have some tag belts to defend, and
Yep.
we're gonna go down to Mattoon, Illinois to do it. Where we got, Friday we got 3 tag teams to wrestle. So why not Saturday? We got two to
I
wrestle.
just
We
noticed
got
we
who
can
we got,
go.
Doc?
We got the hooligans again, coming for revenge 1 week later, and Black Excellence defending
Yeah, Matt
for
Cage is
one.
a faction.
Yep, Matt Cage's faction defending our 0-1 tag titles. Um, Enemies all around us.
Yep, but ain't gonna matter. Ohio Week making a statement for the titles. Friday, Saturday in Illinois, we showing everyone why we still the tag team champions. We walking out, still your mama's favorites, 0-1 tag team champions. And then to treat ourselves, Sunday, we got a one-on-one match.
Yep, that's a regular match. Yeah,
Yep.
I see how this card has worked out for us this weekend. For
I
the
did not
PG
realize
bracket.
I like did not realize until we started talking. I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
once we got to Saturday, I realized what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. But Sunday's a good one because it's a young tag team, a tag team that is like killing it, making a name for themselves, getting opportunities and taking every chance they got. We taking on a tag team known as the Revolution. Um, Aaron, I believe it's Aaron Lopez and Quest Parker.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, no, we wrestled in the
Anthony,
past.
Anthony.
Anthony. Hey, I'm just bad with names today, guys. I knew when I said Aaron, I knew that sounds. I knew it was an A name, but like I knew when I said it, it was wrong. But
Yeah, Anthony.
anyway, I digress. We go to the match. It's going to be a good one, a match we've been wanting. We've have wrestled in the past. Destination 6. The infamous Miss Cutter. Haha.
Yep, that was an attempt was made.
Yep, but the kick was good.
Yep, that's all that matters.
And yeah, we're going to be doing it Prodigy Projects. I believe this is a fundraising show, raising some money for a good cause. So out here, going to do some good wrestlings. Um, gonna be pretty much on the road just together. Be a long one, but yeah. Then come home and yeah,
Yep, our females will be very
back to
upset.
work.
Yep, they'll be very upset with us.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, the Quaalude, she let me in the morning.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think it's about time we take it on home.
Yep.
Doc, any thoughts or any final thoughts or questions?
Um, there is one more day of Ramadan. It felt good to go through it. Just to kind of like clear my head because adulting and wrestling and work and dogs has been a lot. But I feel great. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I recommend, maybe not a full month, but maybe try fasting for a week to see where your head's at.
For sure. Perch, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, continue to find professional wrestling that you like, that you love, and continue to celebrate pro wrestling.
Hell yeah. And then for myself, Perch, you mentioned it earlier, just like how good people are. I did want to give the guy a shout out because when my car was broken down, it was like 5:30 Saturday, and every mechanic shop was closing at 6 o'clock, bro. And like, it was an easy fix, but I didn't have the tools to do it. Like, it was a spark plug and like a cylinder injection fix, but I don't have tools for that. I don't know how to do all that, but like, I called the shop, and the dude was like, "Hey, we're closing." And I kind of just like, "Yeah, I get it," but 3 hours away, shoot him my shot. He's like, "Hey, let me call you right back." Called me on his personal phone, helped me out, did it like came to the AutoZone, met me up, told me the right parts to get, told me what the code meant, and yeah, we knocked out. He knocked out my car in like less than 10 minutes, and I was on my way.
Yep.
The longest part was just the wait and finding out that figuring out what was wrong with the car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once he just took a look, he was just like, might as well just do this whole thing actually right here.
Yeah, he was like, so yeah, it was just one of those where like it is nice to have like you see like the good stuff because that guy, dude, it was a beautiful Saturday.
Yep,
He was getting off work. I'm imagining he opened, got off at 6.
yep,
It could have been have his day, but like felt compelled to come out, helped me out, told me like, hey, I had to like hang up because I didn't want the like a company car also recorded it and stealing business whatsoever, but want like realized the situation. I wanted to help out and just like it's good to see people like willing to just go out and do the good things. So it's nice. I want to give that shout out.
yep.
But with that, yeah, we're gonna end on that. We're gonna take it on home, so y'all be easy. One.
From the streets to the stage, I'm the king of my craft. You could catch another phase. Yeah, you left in a cage.